Hello and welcome to The Voluntarist. So, in this episode, we'll be talking about just a very short excerpt from this article here, Fact Check America's Part-Time Worker Problem, written by Patrick Gillespie, published June 9th, 2015. Specifically, this section right here, and I'll read it just for fun. The problem started before Obama, Part-time jobs actually started sprouting up during President George W. Bush's term. In Bush's last year, involuntary part-time jobs shot up from 4.8 million to 8 million. So the argument that the part-time problem started under Obama isn't true. Furthermore, while the number of involuntary part-time workers is still high, their ranks peaked in 2010 and have declined since. There is improvement, albeit slowly. So, I chuckle inwardly every single time I read the phrase involuntary part-time jobs or involuntary part-time workers. And I just have this vision in my head of people like being towed off to work in chains and this doesn't happen. It's not involuntary. The definition of involuntary is done without will or conscious control. Or second definition, done against someone's will or compulsory. So if we think about part-time workers in the United States, this doesn't happen. There's no one going to their house and putting them in chains and throwing them into like the back of a car and towing them off to work, then holding a gun to their head as they work on like the factory line or something like that. No, none of that happens. It's totally voluntary. Now, I understand what these guys are trying to say, or at least I hope that's what they're trying to say, and they're not deliberately misleading with words that don't belong in that sentence. But what they're trying to say is that they would prefer to be working full-time jobs. These workers don't want to be stuck in part-time jobs because, part-time jobs typically, and I haven't checked up on this, but I heard that part-time jobs typically get paid less in terms of their hourly rate than full-time workers do. So that would be another good reason to not want to be in a part-time job. And also, you don't have as much hours, so you can't work as much in the week, therefore you can't make as much money. So there are plenty of reasons to prefer a full-time job over part-time, but the choice to take a part-time job isn't involuntary. It's just the best option available to them. For instance, I work a part-time job at night. If I had my choice, I wouldn't work at night. I would work during the day. Or I would have a full-time job in my field of study. But this is just a part-time job that I can work during school. So it's not ideal. It's not where I would like to be. I just graduated from college, so I have a degree. But I'm going back to college to get another degree because I couldn't find a full-time job. But I'm thankful to have this part-time job because at least it's something. It's the best option available to me. So I'm glad to have it. No one's holding a gun to my head and sending me to work every day. My uniform isn't a chain collar connected to all of the other workers in the line. It's voluntary. It was the best option available to me at the time, and I'm thankful for it. So this phrasing that the author uses, what's his name? Pat Gillespie. The phrasing that Mr. Gillespie uses is it's misleading. There are no, well, in the public eye at least, there are no involuntary jobs in the United States anymore. Slave labor still exists. Human trafficking, stuff like that, but it's an underground thing. That's not what he's talking about. I'm pretty sure there are not the number of human trafficking, slave labor jobs did not increase from 4.8 million to 8 million under Bush. No, he's talking about actual real part-time jobs. So, the word involuntary here is misleading because it's just their best option available to them. And that's all I really wanted to say. So keep your eyes out for misleading articles like this that try to get you to think of the free market, or as think of the marketplace as kind of vicious and an entity that persecutes the disadvantaged, and all the other nasty stuff that people try to get you to think about the free market. So thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please leave a like. Any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.